So anyway, but one of my guys that I grew up with, now I come from a small steelworking town in Youngstown, Ohio. My dad worked in a steel mill, my grandfather worked in a steel mill, and my dad would come home bleeding hands every day. And so I'm not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. But I bring that up because one of my buddies that was in the same town, he asked me, he said, how do you figure out how to make millions before you turn 30? And I said, I went to people making millions and I learned from them, just like I hired someone to work with my oldest daughter to prepare for the LSAT. My oldest daughter is now 21, off and got a full ride, which in the Americans is a little expensive, full ride to law school in Boston, which was one of the top 26 law schools in the United States. And in fact, my son, I hired a pro baseball player to work with my son before his game, just like I hired a world champion to work with me in my new hobby. And just like my wife and I flew out to somebody for her business, now she's making sales like crazy. And in fact, we sold that company, and now she's got another company that's doing really well. He replied to me, he said, I don't have money to hire people like that. And my reply to him was, if you really want something, you'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. That's how things are. And he said, and I said to him, in fact, when I was dead broke in my early 20s, I flew across the country, got a rental car. I don't know if you guys ever done that, where you have, like in America, credit cards are really big. So, and there we do this thing called swipe and pray. You like swipe the card and pray to God it fucking works. And so I was doing the swipe and pray back then. And so when I did, I went and I got on my last time I got on a plane, and then I had to swipe and pray when I landed, and I got a rental car. And then I went to the hotel, did the swipe and pray, and it didn't work. So I stayed outside these millionaires' place in San Francisco, and I just sat out there in my car, slept all night, and I got woken up by lights because their lights came in. And I walked out and I said, hey, I'm here to learn from you. They had no idea I was showing up. I'm here to learn from you. I want to understand this. I'm going to clean your whole entire office for you. I don't have money. I'll clean your whole entire office. I'll do whatever it takes. I just want to learn. And so I cleaned the first 2 floors, and they finally said, Matt, stop. Come in my office, I'll give you 30 minutes. And so I got 30 minutes. And that one decision changed my whole entire life. And there's 2 things I learned at that moment.